welcome back to another video. My name's Charlotte if you're brand new here. I just stepped outside because it's just literally so noisy in there. My mom's making popcorn, we're boiling, I'm babysitting. There's just like lots going on and I feel like I have to scream. Not even like you wouldn't be able to hear my voice, it's just like so noisy in the background. So anyway, we're rocking a headband today. Let me know what you guys think. I literally just picked it up at Walmart. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. And like I see other girls wear headbands. I'm like, I could do that. I could try that. So anyway, it's the day after the video that I just posted last, and I had said like we're gonna have a few days of not freezing, but still the sap was running and more people brought us sap. So we do have to boil again. We're not just gonna let the sap sit. So we're boiling it up right now, and I'm babysitting Reagan, which I love doing. She is 4 years old and so much fun. She's just like so polite and down for anything. So I love hanging out with her. So she helped me wash eggs this morning, etc. She's just like such a good helper. So that's what's up. We're just putting a wholesale order together, and I don't know, just kind of like all around the shop, boiling, etc. Mom's popping popcorn. She's not making as many batches as sometimes, but we definitely needed a few more. So take the popcorn before it's mapley, popcorn after it's mapley. Lots going on because we're also boiling. Yep, you gotta wash it off. So Reagan just got picked up, which means I can eat lunch now. I'm having leftover spaghetti and meatballs that I made last night, and it is so good. I don't know if I've ever made spaghetti and meatballs, but it's definitely not overrated. Quite the rainy day. We just found out that the gates that we ordered for more of our cattle sorting have arrived. So Sam just hooked up the trailer and he's gonna go get them. I think I forgot to mention that it's the next day. So all that craziness yesterday really didn't pick up the camera again, but the sap continued to run after we were done boiling, so we're gonna have to boil again today. Sam will collect from a couple different places, and I know that people that get out of work that sell us sap will be coming later as well. So we'll be boiling again later today, but in the meantime, it's just like the middle of the day. So since the gates are in, they're gonna go get them. They're like a little over an hour away, and then they'll be back and we'll start boiling. But yeah, like I knew it was gonna be a rainy day, but it's been like literally pouring. So Sam's just out there like fiddling with the trailer in the pouring rain. Got you guys propped up. Okay, so I decided while the guys are gone, I'm gonna make more cheesecake. We like bulk order cream cheese, so like we get a ton at once. It's definitely worth it just because when we need like 12 pounds per batch, so like I can't even imagine unwrapping every single 8-ounce package. There'll be like 24 of them, and those things are just so annoying. Plus the cream cheese like sticks to the inside of them, you know what I mean? So anyway, I had another round of cheesecakes to make with the amount of cream cheese that we had. So I'm in the middle of mixing it up right now, and I realized I didn't tell you guys what project I started next. So anyway, we make a maple walnut cheesecake. The walnuts just go on top. So anyway, it's just a maple flavored batter, and that's what I'm in the middle of. Okay, so it's been a little bit. I already did like the hot part of the cheesecake cooking, and then like the low part also, where you cook it on low. So I'm about to peek at them for the first time. The boys just got back a little bit ago with the new gates. I mean, they're not really like anything special. They look like other panels, but gates, I don't know. So I don't know if I need to like show you guys those right now, but they're gonna go get things fired up to boil this evening, and I'm going to peek at these cheesecakes. Ooh, which definitely look so good so far. Usually I need an oven mitt. Usually I only know if they're done if they jiggle. Okay, so like, yeah, they're still pretty jiggly, so I'm gonna give it a little bit longer. Okay, they're cooling with the oven open. My sound is always playing when I get in the car from like when I'm sleeping. I was listening to some beach waves last night. Okay, we're back with another seamless transition from the previous day. It's the next morning. I'm excited to go in and see what my cheesecakes look like because I feel like they don't actually, like, if they're going to crack, I feel like they don't crack until like they're cooling. So we'll check on those guys. We usually top them with maple butter and walnuts because they're maple walnut cheesecakes. So I'll have to do that today and wrap them up for the freezer. I'm sure they're gonna be delicious looking. Speaking of beach waves, I was just thinking when I was getting dressed that like, I feel like one of the downsides of working on a farm is that like you always have to wear clothes for farming. Like I can never just put on the clothes that like I actually take time to pick out or that I like think are cute or whatever. Like I mean, I love all my clothes, but this is literally a for real first world problem too. So like, you can just skip ahead this part if you like it. I was just thinking like, oh, I have so many clothes I want to wear, but I always wear the same clothes because I'm like gonna get dirty. So for example, this morning, the gates that Sam went and picked up yesterday, we were gonna get them unloaded and get them hooked up and try to switch some bowls around again. So anyway, gonna be out and it's super muddy because it was downpouring for like a day or two. So whatever, you just gotta like dress to get shit on you and stuff. So anyway, not really much of a rant, just like something I was thinking about this morning. I was like, oh, I really want to wear more of these clothes, but I can't really complain because I do have dinner plans tonight, so I'll get to like wear something different tonight. We're gonna go meet Eric's cousin who's upstate with his wife and his son, and I don't know if any of you guys know Wyndham, but Wyndham is like a huge ski town up here. Like a lot of people come up from the city and stuff. There used to be like direct buses, I think. Anyway, they have lots of restaurants in Wyndham. We're gonna meet them down there and go out to dinner. So I'll get to wear something cute tonight and I'm looking forward to doing that. We haven't seen them in a really long time. So it's almost honestly like an engagement celebration. Like that's how long it's been since we've seen them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But obviously work comes first. So we're gonna get those gates set up this morning. Package up the cheesecakes. There's a few mail orders. I might even go do some like of the farm shopping, like some restaurant shopping, because we also have labels to pick up in the same town for, what did I order labels for? I can't even remember. And also I have to pick up flyers. So at the printer I got labels printed and flyers printed, and the flyers are for another school fundraiser that we're doing that one of the local schools is getting delivered their paperwork for it, aka the flyers and stuff, the order forms. So yeah, I love looking forward to like the Easter and spring fundraisers just because it means like it's that time of year. I was putting up the signs in the shop for our lamb cakes because we always bake Easter lamb cakes, which if you've never heard of that, it's the funniest thing if you Google it. I think I told you guys this last year, but like you can Google some seriously funny looking lamb cakes. It's like a religious cake, but they're just so cute for your Easter table, and we love baking them. It's like pound cake with cream cheese frosting, and then you like decorate it to look like a lamb. So anyway, we always take a bunch of orders for that and make a big day out of baking them and decorating them. So we're gonna do that again this year because it's just like a tradition that we have now. And we have lots of people that like look forward to ordering them now. So anyway, you should Google lamb cakes if you've never seen them, because some people decorate them and they look like terrifying. It's really funny. But yeah, it's just like spring is this month. Easter, all that. So there's always stuff to look forward to. Anyway, we're almost to work, so I will show you guys what's up when we get there. Okay, so my cheesecakes have been cooling overnight. It would appear only this one got some sort of weird blip in the middle. It doesn't even look like a crack, but anyway, the rest of them look pretty good. They came out like really yellow. I think it was just these eggs. Like I used all farm eggs obviously, and they just had really particularly yellow yolks, but it's fine. I think it really only matters what it tastes like for the most part. Speaking of Easter month, I got a bunch of Easter baskets out so my mom can fill them and we can put, I don't know, like almost like Easter baskets together like a kid would want. So we'll put like maple cotton candy in it. Yeah, the last batch of candy we made bunnies. So I know you guys know I always show you like the fun shapes for the season. So we have these giant bunny candies. So we'll put those in the Easter baskets. Maybe a coloring book. Like we have a coloring book that's like, I don't know, a bunch of drawings of like gathering sap and like maple trees and fun maple stuff. I think there's like quizzes in there too. And probably like the hard candy drops and lollipops, like just like all stuff that would be like kid-like. So I always think Easter baskets are really fun to build. It's hard though because the stores come out with stuff so far in advance, and I feel like, I don't know, people just love to buy like Reese's and stuff like that. So I wish there was a way to like make the Easter baskets more popular because I think they're so fun. And like it's just different. Like sometimes I even offer, I also offer to like not wrap them up so that like, cause I know kids like toys and stuff too, so people can stick out whatever else they want into them. I don't know. I just think it's fun to have like a maple Easter basket. But obviously I'm biased. A quick sap update before we head out to see those gates. Last night when we boiled, we made more grade A dark. So there's light, medium, dark, and very dark, which I'm pretty sure I've either touched on this or you guys just know, but in case you don't, the new grading system for maple syrup, which was updated like, I don't even know, 10 years ago, includes 4 grades. So there used to be 4 grades as well, they just have different names essentially. So it used to be light, medium, dark, grade B. And grade B was like cooking syrup, like the extra dark, very dark, whatever. The new grading system, they have light, medium, dark, and very dark, and they call them golden, amber, dark, and very dark, or something like that. And that's what the grade stickers are that I put on top of all the jugs. And there are lots of people that do come in looking for a specific grade, and there's also lots of people that come in and are like, oh, I have no idea what the difference is. Dark has gotten more popular. I think people are like under the assumption that it has like more flavor. It just has like a darker flavor. Like, I want to say stronger flavor, but like that's not even the case. It, like, I love the delicate, the lightest shade of maple syrup is my favorite. I love the golden taste. It's just like so, like, to me it's like money. Like, I just think it's like, wow, that's an amazing maple flavor. The dark flavors to me are just like, they taste closer to what you buy in the store, like more molassesy, like the richer flavor. Some people love that. I would cook with it. I for sure think it brings more flavor through when you're baking or making like cheesecake or making ice cream. Like, it definitely brings the flavor through more, but if I was just gonna eat maple syrup, like, I prefer the lighter shades. So anyway, we made more dark last night. Typically you make more dark later in your season, but it can go back and forth. Again, it depends on the weather. Usually when it's like warmer, these like this stretch of warm weather, which is why we're making dark syrup, usually the lightest, nicest, clearest good sap runs are when it's like really cold at night or like beginning of the season when you get those like first warm-ups, those kind of things. So anyway, if that wasn't clear, you guys can let me know in the comments, but that was like a quick recap of the grades of syrup. But it's not really running great right now. It's trickling in. I mean, I wouldn't say it's terrible. Like, this just emptied like a minute ago right before I started talking, but it's supposed to be like almost 60 today, so not really expecting anything crazy in terms of sap coming in. So we boiled last night and the tank is really not anywhere near what we'd boil again, but we'll see. It picks up unpredictably sometimes. We've been making dark for a couple days now, and we're honestly not mad about it because right before the season started, we were like out of dark because last year we made tons and tons of light, which is exciting. Like, we love making light because all of the products, a majority of the products are made out of light. So maple candy, maple cream, maple granulated, like all of those are made best with lighter syrup. We use really dark stuff for like the popcorn and the granola and stuff like that, but in general we go through a ton of light syrup. It doesn't sell off the shelf though like it used to. Like I said, so many people were coming in asking for dark and very dark, so it's not a bad thing that we've been making dark. We just hope that it's not the end of the season. Like after this warm stretch, I'm just hoping when it goes back to like 20s and 30s that like the sap picks back up and maybe gets lighter again, and like we have a whole nother round of syrup making. Like that's the hope. So this is the old grading system, but we still use this to know like if it's light, medium, dark. If it's in between, you always have to grade it darker. So like if it was in between light and dark, I mean light and medium, you'd have to call it medium. And if it's in between medium and dark, you have to call it dark. But we've been making pretty much spot on dark. So this vial that I just put in here, like these are just sample glass panes and these are just empty. But this is what we actually just made. So you have to hold it up to the light to really see it. But this is what we've been making for the past couple days is pretty much right on dark. So anyway, I mean it still looks so good, but I prefer the really light stuff. We're on the topic, not to bore you guys, this is like the new grading system poster that they gave us. So they call it delicate taste, rich taste for medium, robust taste for dark, and strong taste for very dark. And I think that's where like the misconception comes from in terms of like how good they taste, because I feel like people think, oh, it has robust flavor or it has more flavor, then it's better. But that's like genuinely not how I feel. Like I love the light maple syrup, so I think they're worth trying all. I love comparing them. I think the flavors also change. Like I think the best maple flavor is in the lighter syrup. I think like like later in the season when we do make darker syrups, like sometimes the flavor profile changes too, but you would only know this if you've taste tested a million syrups like I have. They all taste great, so, but it is kind of fun to compare them next to each other, so just so you know. This is why I couldn't find the bunnies. She already packaged a bunch of them. So cute. This is how you know it's maple season. Like only during maple season do we stock beer in the fridge. So the gates we got are Priefert gates. I was just looking for the invoice because I wanted to see if there was a specific name for them, but I knew they were Priefert gates. It says bow gate. I don't know. I didn't know they were called bow gates, but anyway, they're just these 8-foot gates that will hopefully be helpful in sorting cattle in and out, basically. Ooh, I need to go charge my camera, but anyway, we got them from Runnings, but they're really from a dealer in Texas. So we had to drive. We don't have a Runnings nearby, so we had to go pick them up. But cows, man, it's like so warm outside. Oh. I can hear Sam on the gator. There he goes. I think I've said this before, but the vacuum system that comes down to the farm is one, and then there's another vacuum system up on the hill, but it's a gas pump. Like it would cost a lot of money obviously to get electric put up in the middle of the woods, so we have to refill that gas tank every now and then. So that's Sam on the gator going to fill it with gas, and then I'm sure when he's back we'll tackle this project. But yeah, man, that would be so sweet to have like electric up on the hill, but I can only imagine that would be like $20,000. So I discovered I have a sick chicken. I don't know what's wrong with her, but honestly, every time I have a sick chicken, there's not a whole lot of hope. Like, I don't know why that is, but we also have a lot of old chickens, and like we have flocks like, you know, every other year or so, so then you kind of like lose track of the oldest chickens. We were getting our new chicks like in a week. We're supposed to, I know that we'll get an email for shipment, but usually like once they ship, like they're here in a day or two. They come through the post office, which I think is the funniest thing, that like chicks in a box are like sitting at the post office, but obviously they're not gonna like do anything but express with living animals. So any day that I get that email, they'll be here like 1 or 2 days after that. So I'm expecting them like kind of any day now, honestly. But yeah, like I don't know, I feel like I've had more sick chickens in the past like year or two than other years. I don't know. They kind of go through phases just because, like I said, they get old, but I don't know what's wrong with this girl. But I did get her to drink water, but she just was like not wanting to get up, so I separated her so that she's more comfortable. We usually, especially in the summer, like we have customers like allowed in the chicken house or like to feed the chickens and stuff. And I remember one time I had a sick chicken and the customer was like, oh, you should call the vet. And I was like, I'm probably not going to call the vet for a chicken. Like, probably just buy a new chicken. Fabricating an entryway to attach the gate to.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would it would be crooked or something, but it's not.
What's up, girls?
I want to try to get that ready.
Hi, friends. Different day. It's the next day. I don't know what happened yesterday. I just kind of like, I keep falling off with like vlogging for a part of the day, and then I don't even know what happens. But yesterday, I do have a reason. I'm not trying to make excuses with y'all, but yesterday I told you that I had dinner plans, but our dinner plans were like 45 minutes away, and like kind of like not early, but I had to leave myself time to like go home and shower and get dressed and leave. So the end of my day, like after getting the rest of the gates installed and then closing up the shop and all that, like it was just like bang, bang, bang. So I didn't end up picking a camera back up. But I realized today that I didn't show you guys like the finished installed gates. So I just wanted to show you that while it's warm out. Okay, so we used to just bring the cows from the pasture, which is like partly over here, into a corral, and we just like could sometimes use the back of the barn. But this door is heavy. This barn door is heavy and doesn't slide very well, even though we put like brackets or whatever and stuff. It's just heavy and it doesn't work that good. So anyway, having this self-latching gate when we get cows like filtering out is like game changer. So basically we got two of the same self-latching gates. One's here and one's at the entrance to the pasture. So when we're filtering cows in and out or pushing them in, like instead of having to literally stand behind a panel and hope that it doesn't like get pushed on top of me, we have gates that can slam and like latch, so that even if they bump into it when they're like, let's say like charging or we're squeezing them through and just headed in a certain direction, we don't have to think about the fact that it's actually an enclosed circle or enclosed space. Basically, it's a little bit like a hands-free thing, so like at least we know when we're pushing cattle in or out that it's an enclosed space. Like we know that it's just gonna close and like that's it. Because if I'm just holding a panel or I'm having to move a panel back and forth to like let cows in, let cows out, like one, you gotta be fast, and two, it's not foolproof, and you know, whatever. So definitely going to be a game changer. I'm really excited about them. They obviously were like not free, but I really think that they're gonna be like so useful and like just make it so much easier. And like, I don't know, my brother and I are always like, oh, okay, like let's go sort the cows, but like it's another reason that we quote unquote spoil them. We just like them to be like really familiar with us. So that's why I grain them all the time, just because as a herd animal, like the younger ones learn from the older ones that like when the older ones come, the little ones come, and so then like when we need to get them all together, it's just easier. So anyway, we're not a ranch or like a full-time beef farm. Like we love having beef cows, but it's It's obviously not our primary business, but we're learning. We're getting better at it. We're investing. And just trying to keep the herd healthy and safe. So anyway, that's the update on the gates. Pretty warm out. I posted on my Instagram this morning that I don't even know why I have studs. Like, I'm just like grinding them down like crazy because it has not snowed at all. Like, not worth a shit for it to be like sticking for more than a day. So just the weirdest winter, I tell you guys. Anyway, mom's been making soup. Oh, speaking of, sorry, I'm like all over the place, but I think I'm getting sick. I'm so bummed because my brother's been sick and I actually think I got it from him. I don't know how that's possible because I barely interact with Sam, and when Eric was like super sick, I didn't even get sick from him. So I don't know how I got sick from Sam, but I think I'm coming down with something because my throat's like just been itchy since last night and did not go away when I woke up this morning. So that was like not a good sign. Anyway, my mom's been making soup. She made potato leek soup and lentil soup, mostly for the sale freezer. We sell like all our homemade soups and sauces and stuff like that, but also just like then I can have soup because I'm a sick person. But I mean, kind of exaggerating. Like, I don't feel terrible yet. I just feel like I could get there. I don't know. Anyway, I hope I'm not getting too sick because we have a lot going on this weekend. One, breakfast. I'll be working breakfast Saturday night. We are going to a comedy show up in Albany. I'm so stoked. It was a Christmas present for my mom because she actually loves this comedian. But it's going to be me and Eric, my parents, and his parents. So all 6 of us are going like out to dinner and to a comedy show, and I think it's going to be a blast. So I just hope that I'm not feeling under the weather. And then Sunday we have breakfast, and then I don't know if you guys remember, it was like 10 videos ago. I told you that I was like taking on a new project, like a little bit of an entrepreneurial thing. Anyway, like my own self project. Well, I have commitments for that on Sunday and Monday. So I'm not going to share it with you guys in this video, but maybe in the next video or two, I'll like update you guys on what that's about. But I just kind of want to like keep it to myself for a little bit longer. But anyway, I'm going to end this video off here because we have all that stuff coming up, and I feel like I keep picking the camera up on different days and I want to close this video out and start a new one. So stick around for the next video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys soon for the next video. Thanks for watching.